Please hype the video. Thank you. A new DHS report shows that a Secret Service member had to Google the location of the AGR building when things went down. Yeah, they didn't even take the time to memorize, that's building A, that's building B, that's building C. They didn't even take time to synchronize about that. Okay, basically someone was like, there's a suspect on the AGR building, and here's the part that's messed up. Okay, instead of asking where is the AGR building, the Secret Service agent, I don't know who it was, but it was the one responsible for the drones, the counter drones. Okay, instead of asking in response which one's the AGR building, because again, they're supposed to remember these things, right? You're supposed to know your surroundings, what's where, what's what, building A, building B, building C, things like that. AGR building, regular building. They're supposed to know these things, and they didn't. Okay, instead of asking, oh, which one's the AGR building, he didn't want to look stupid, so what did he do? He Googled it. And he was found through the cell phone data, he is found to have been looking for the AGR building even as shots were ringing out. Where's the AGR building? Yeah, and all of this, by the way, is because Secret Service, so part of the security of Secret Service, part of it was the local cops, okay? And the local cops actually had to do a presser about this, more than a presser, actually. They went and did an interview with, I think, Fox about this, right? The local police in Butler, PA, arranged for additional radios so that the Secret Service can come pick it up, and then they can all be on the same radios and the same frequencies, right? They never picked it up. Secret Service never picked it up. Okay? And as a result of this, when they say things like, oh, there's a suspect on a roof, guess what? They don't even have the ability to ask in return. Oh, and then to make it worse, right? The person in the Secret Service that told the drone guy that there's a suspect on a roof treated it as, oh, I told the drone guy that this is a suspect on a roof. No longer my responsibility. Okay? Never followed up on any of that shit. So, yeah, pretty bad, guys. I understand that Trump is like, oh, he's trying to be diplomatic. He doesn't want to trash the Secret Service considering they're the ones who protect him. But they need to really figure this out and actually start terminating people who are at fault in all this. So here it says, instead of asking local law enforcement personnel for the AGR complex's location, the counter drone operator searched online for it and was still searching even as Crooks fired shots at Trump. Just 2 minutes after the Secret Service was informed a gunman was on a roof, Crooks fired 8 shots at Trump. Ultimately, all the members of the local law enforcement communications room were increasingly concerned about the presence of a suspicious individual as early as 5:42 p.m. That is literally, what is that? That's 30 minutes prior, 29 minutes prior to Trump getting shot. The report also says the Secret Service communications room personnel did not identify Crooks as an urgent threat before he fired shots. More of a Secret Service decision makers responsible for protecting Trump while on stage at the Butler event were not made aware of Crooks' presence at any time. So now you know why, even though they knew about him 29 minutes prior, now you know why. Okay, if you guys remember Trump rallies, it's normal for him to show up late. It's a regular thing, because you show up, you got to schmooze with people there. You got to schmooze with the local politicians, meet everyone, meet all the key players in the state, things like that, figure out who's who. And you don't just get to jump on stage whenever you feel like, because you're busy shaking everyone's hands. And so he has a team that, the Secret Service could have just been like, hey, hang on real quick. We got a security issue. We don't want you to get on stage yet. Because again, he got shot 6 minutes into him walking out to the stage. Maybe not 6 minutes, including the song, it was 6 minutes. But that whole time they could have just had him wait another 15 minutes. Everyone's used to him showing up late. It was the agency's failure to establish a joint communications room with local law enforcement, what I just talked to you about. And by the way, Butler police had to do that interview with Fox to cleanse their name so that the people don't blame them for this. And good job on that. This is absolutely not Butler PD's fault. And it says, which was receiving reports about a suspicious person at the rally, later identified as Crooks. There were 102 radio transmissions about him that went unheard by Secret Service personnel because they did not pick up their radios. At 5:42 p.m., a radio transmission from the local enforcement warning, in quotes, it says, "We have a younger white male, long hair, lurking around the AGR building." Oh, and by the way, in all of this security setup, you know what the local PD wanted to do? They wanted to set up a park trucks between the AGR building and the stage so that there's no clear line of sight. Okay? And someone basically said, no, it's going to block the cameras. Well, not block the cameras. It's going to look bad in front of the cameras. It's going to be in the shot. Okay? Because again, they wrote it here as if like it's going to block the camera. The cameras are in front of the stage, not off to the side. Okay? So, yeah, so it says here that I have someone on the roof in white shorts. He's armed. I saw him. He's laying down. He needs to deploy to the AGR building. Those are some of the transmissions that were sent out that were not heard by the Secret Service. You know how they had to communicate with Secret Service? They had to text message them. Yeah, a nice little 15-second delay. And that's at best, by the way. So as a result, Secret Service members did not alert Trump not to get on stage. The report also found Trump campaign staff waved off Secret Service from positioning trucks between the AGR building and the stage ahead of the rally over concerns it would block cameras. I think you mean to say that it would be in the shot of the cameras, because there are no cameras beyond the fences. Again, we need to really start resuming the investigations and all this. A lot more people need to be fired.